Welcome to LGCHL Rewind. I am Parenko55, joined with Prodigy and uh,
The
Hitman
hip
at
and heart.
Heart. Yeah, there we go. So I just got done doing an hour and a half show with the NHL and AHL, so let's roll with the CHL.
Yeah.
We got round 3 of playoffs coming up. We have the uh, Battalion versus 67s and Gulf Storm versus Sarnia Sting. That is for the OHL. In the Q, you have the Zags versus the Olympics, and you have the Huskies versus Oceanic. And in the W, you have the Saskatoon Blades versus the Edmonton Oil Kings, and then the Vancouver Giants versus the Portland Winterhawks.
Yeah, a lot of good series coming up in here.
So the 67s took care of Kingston and now face the Battalion, who knocked out the Ice Dogs.
Yes.
Obviously, one of the series to watch. Yeah, the one who runs the Battalion and the 67s, who have been the favorite for, I'd say, pretty much the whole
The
season.
whole season. Absolutely. Even with what's happened lately, absolutely. They're still a powerhouse.
With also the 67s holding home ice on that one, too.
Yes.
It's going to be a challenge for the Battalion. We have it's been pretty even besides the one game. The 8-3, but Battalion pulled off a 2-0 win. And then you have the 67s taking the last two games, 3-1 and 3-2. With 67s holding time of attack at 59.4%. But the Battalion have been taking their number on the faceoffs, winning 59.8% on faceoffs. Shots, they're both at 41. They're both getting shots off on each other.
Yes, they're dead even there.
So, I mean, I guess the 67s take, goals, hits. Battalion looks like non-physical on that. But you have 26 minutes and 45 seconds to 18 minutes and 17 seconds. The thing that looks like gets the Battalion in trouble is they take a lot of penalties. 22
Yes.
minutes. And then 67s only have 10 minutes.
So out of the so they're about average, even if they were taking a penalty a game. But 22 is quite a bit in 4 games. But it didn't look like they capitalized a lot either. They're 2 for 9.
You have that's giving a slight advantage.
Yeah.
Actually, to the Battalion, both offensive and goalie. It's given defensive side to the 67s.
Hard.
Right. Which the defense in those games, Sharpie was in it, Saucer was in it, Retribution. It's This one's going to be a tight one, without a doubt. I'd say this probably goes at least 6.
I would love it to go to Game 7, though. It would probably be one of the more exciting ones to see go to a Game 7 for sure.
I just think the line advantage is going to help.
Yeah, especially since they have home for sure.
Looking here.
Just looking at this, I think it's only going to go to Game 5. That's what I think. I mean, they've only lost one game to each team against the Bulldogs and Kingston. And they're going to come out.
You're pretty quiet, Brad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give, you got statistician for the battalion.
Yeah.
Which is a top AHL defenseman in the CHL.
Yeah.
You have Havoc. That is another one that should be up in the AHL, if not higher.
Yeah. And what?
But then again, you got Tack Freezy.
And Hero's been a beast for them too. Same with Chef Louis and.
Right. So, statistician's gonna have his hands full.
Absolutely.
With that lineup. Plus you got Take and that. But also the battalion also have Chad Kills and that too, which he's done very well.
Yes.
This season. So I would say, yeah, you're probably looking at Game 6 or 7 with this matchup.
And with the slight advantage going to the 67s.
Right.
Just because of home ice. But I'm still going to pick North Bay in 6. I think they could surprise them.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Ottawa for 5. It just seems the way they're going, that's the path they're going on.
On the other side of that, you have the Storm and the Sting. Pull up that matchup. You have Sarnia taking 3 out of the 4 matchups. 6-3, a 5-2, and a 5-2. And their last meeting, the Storm beat them 4-1. But the Sting hold the advantage in all 3 of the major categories in shot, time of attack, and faceoffs. Of course, the shots are the Sting with 61 and Storm with 54.
Yeah.
So it's only a 7-shot difference. Goals are only a 6-goal difference. Looks like Golf takes more of the physical game. With 29 hits to 17, and then the Sting take the time of attack with 24 minutes and 42 seconds to 18 minutes 40 seconds. You got a advantage when Sarnia is on the power play. They're 3 for 10, where golf is only 1 for 5.
Where their physical play might hurt them, taking more penalties.
The boarding penalties and the physical game EA just does not like in some instances.
Yes.
Been known to take quite a few boarding penalties myself. So it changes an aspect in one way. It's just you got to have a strong penalty kill.
Yeah.
But I mean, all things are pointing to Sarnia taking this series.
Yeah, Sarnia is always a tight group. Zero really always knows how to put together a good squad, and they got Windmills back there again too. So, but yeah, golf. It's nice to see them in the playoffs. It's good. They're doing good.
Windmills is 2-1% save percentage against golf.
Yeah.
System Prime in the one game he played stopped 12 on 13 shots. Their other goalie, Hilliard, let in 5 on 14. So it looks like they'll be giving majority of the starts to System.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like Clapped has played against them yet at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of looks like their third line has been going against this thing.
Yeah, it does.
Their third and their second.
I don't know them well enough to say if it is or not. I definitely know it's probably not their first group.
So it'll be interesting to see. I got Sarnia and probably I'm gonna say 6.
I would say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna match you there as well. I think it'll be a great series right down to that. I think that's all we got for the OHL.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's only the third round.
Yeah. And we start a week before.
Still got you got 3 weeks to go.
Well, 60 teams. Well, not out of the gate, but you know what I mean.
Right. Then you get the round robin of the Memorial Cup.
Do we want to go to the queue next?
Still a long way for these teams. Let's go Sags, the Olympics.
All right. Oh. All right. Wow. Holy.
No, on head to head, this doesn't look good.
No, it really does not.
There's 2 1-goal games. There's 2 3-goal games. And then there's 1 9-goal game.
And they're 8-15 on the power play. That stat stuck out big time. So yeah, oh wow. Okay, so like it's
103 shots to 67.
That's insane.
You got 25 goals to 8. And you got 36 minutes and 12 seconds to 20 minutes 47 seconds. The Sags have to stay out of the box.
Absolutely. If they even want to have a
32
chance.
minutes and penalties. They are 8 for 15 on the power play. Now, granted, the Sags on the power play are not scoring either. They're 0 for 10. So
yeah, that's gonna be a rough one.
Special teams is definitely in favor of the Olympics.
The goal differential alone. They scored just as many goals on the power play as they have goals. And then, well, and every stat line, offense, defense, goalie, they're in the green. Almost.
Yeah. And they have every person on their roster has played against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got swag shots put up 12 points against them. So, I mean, 4 goals,
In 2
8
games.
assists. Yeah. You're gonna definitely
Same
want
with JD Fry. Fry put up 12 in 2 games too.
Yeah, they definitely got
But
some power.
That could be those two were in the 10-1 game though also.
Looks like something they might want to look at is maybe putting in Crazy up against Swag shots because he seems to have the most takeaways, and Swags has 23 giveaways. I mean, that would be a good matchup for him. Defensively, anyways. That's what I would look at.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, you got to put in peanut butter for the most games.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got an 81.8. Where
he's a beast of a goaltender.
Pieka only has 68.8. Look here quick.
Yeah, and they still have Cherry Monster. Oh, and Monster Mania is actually a pretty good team, man. I like him. And Rampage too.
Is Rampage in the CHL?
Yeah. If it's the same one, I think it is. Rampage 1294.
I wasn't sure if he got pulled up to the AHL.
I want to see who's taking all those penalties.
Rampage is no longer on.
Yeah, okay, so it's a different one.
No, it was just happened to play in that game. He got called up to the AHL.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Still on their roster, though. Gotcha.
Right. I will still show him for the matchup because he played in the one game against him.
Yeah. That guy has 150 shooting percentage. Oh, that's how it won, though. Yeah, but definitely.
I want to say.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm gonna put the Olympics at 5 or 6. I think they can at least pull a game off. Game or two.
Yeah,
against
the Olympics they've been so consistent all season long. I'm
you see a sweep?
I don't want to say that.
I see a sweep. I see a blowout. That's what I see.
I'm going to say 5 for the Olympics.
I'm going to say 4.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I got knocked out first round, so.
Yeah, well, hey, we both did. No shame in it.
No.
Good teams, man.
Just happy first time management, and we made it, so.
There you go, right? And then moving on to Naranda Huskies.
Do I have to be realist of this? Isn't it only like 8 teams that don't make the playoffs?
Yeah.
In
I think it was
total,
12. 12 teams didn't make it.
it depends on which.
Okay, 12.
Well, one or what? 2 from the Q, 4 from the O,
And I
3
think
from
it's
the
6 from
W.
6 from
Yeah.
the W.
And we also have the tougher matchups out of the gate. We're not 1 versus 16. We're 2 versus 3, and
Right.
yeah.
So next you have the Huskies versus Oceanic. They're split 2-2
Mm.
in this season's matchups. All 1-goal games except for one. That was a 75 game. Very back and forth team. Definitely is a game 7 matchup. Numbers are pretty much the same across the board. Besides shots, which are 71 to 55. Time of attacks are just only 3 minutes difference. Penalty minutes are the same, 19 to 18. The only difference is the Huskies can score on the power play.
Yeah, they're going 50% right
They're
there. So
50%, yeah. It's given the nods to the Oceanic offense, where it's given the nods to the defensive side for the Huskies, and then they're splitting on the goaltenders. It looks like more of the Huskies have played games. Sons of Anarchy's gone up against the Huskies 4 times, and he's averaging 2 points a game and going 2-2. Where everybody else is either faced him 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
it looks like every goalie's faced him once as well.
The Huskies have played 3 different goaltenders.
Yeah, Speed
It
Dog,
looks
Play
like
Hard, Ebola 1.
Melalopolin XOXO. I probably just butchered the hell out of that. But, he played 1 game and let in 1 on 14. Evo let in 2 on 12 shots. All these goalies are pretty close. Besides TJ. TJ let in 7 on 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a game 7, and I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
I am too.
Huskies in
Gauchi always
7.
knows how to put together a good group.
I think Oceanic has a better team than what it's had in the past. Seasons, but I don't think. Yeah, I mean, for the Huskies to beat out Screaming Eagles in 7, where
the Screaming Eagles were my personal favorite too, to go.
right. But I mean, Oceanic hasn't really. I mean, they faced the Sea Dogs in Dakar.
Yeah. So they've fought their way here for sure.
So we have the Huskies facing the Olympics. Sarnia facing the 67s. Moving on to the Blades versus the Oil Kings. This is going to be another tough one.
It's going to be a very offensive series for sure. I don't even need to look at it to know that.
Now, the Oil Kings have won both matchups.
Yeah, I know them like they got a really like Tommy's really good himself, and he surrounded himself with very very good players this season, and they're a powerhouse for sure.
Absolutely.
But it's looking like Tommy and them are more run and gun than time possession.
Yes.
Because the Blades have 18 minutes time of attack to 8 minutes and 44. It just seems like the Oil Kings are putting the puck in back of the net more than the Blades are.
They got the guys
they have
to
7
do
goals to their 4. Right.
It looks like it's only showing one goalie, but he's only taken 10 shots against the Blades. And they've taken 21, so they have another goalie, or 24 shots, that took the other 14. But I mean, it just doesn't look like the Blades aren't shooting. They're just not shooting. If they have that much time on attack, they need to be putting them on the net.
Yeah, to have 10 more minutes time on attack and 3 more shots.
Yeah.
Quality over quality kind of team.
I guess. I mean, you know me, I'm just a shoot from anywhere kind of person. I mean, that's what gets
the prod shot.
Yeah, exactly. I've scored many of those this season. So.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, the Blades, of course, do have a great team. Like we played them, I only think once this season, maybe twice, but the first time they did pepper us with shots. They were peppering us hard, and Jason bailed us out, luckily. But they do know how to take shots, so I don't. Maybe they just haven't played those guys yet, you know.
Yeah, but when you look at the roster of the Oil Kings, they're the cool cat,
and Dr. Nylander, formerly BB Grand, is amazing. He's a great face-off guy, number one, and he's just offensively creative. He gets the job done.
You got Johnny W19. You have Looper, Toma Long.
Yeah, the list goes
Charming
on.
Donut.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's not forget about Donut. That guy's a beast.
Plus you have Mutt Scott, who's been Tommy's goalie for last 2 seasons?
At least that I know of.
Who's I-10 now. I mean, that's let me look here. That's a powerful lineup.
Oh yeah.
Poland Blades. Where are the Blades?
In Saskatoon.
I mean, you still have you have Sandman. You have Beast Forever. You got CJ Snipes. You got okay. Fuzzy Blues, Tar Pit, Freak Show. And then you got Snipe Shotty. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Oil Kings on this.
Me as well. Like I'm gonna say the Oil Kings in 5, actually.
Really?
I'm gonna give the Blades one more. I'm gonna say it's Oil Kings.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in 6.
I mean,
I'm
if
gonna
they
go
play
in
their
6
first
too.
line, I know the Blades have a really good first line that
Oh,
can
absolutely.
do
But
some
I think
damage
that
to them.
Edmonton's depth will just. Oh, I've dealt with them enough. I know what
Yeah,
they can do. I
I
played
just know
them 8
we
times.
did play their first line early in the season. To pull off a win against them. It was a good game, but at the same time, I mean, the Blades are a strong team as well, so I'm gonna give
Oh,
them
absolutely.
6.
I'm not going to take that away from them in any sense. I just think depth will play out here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
It all
got
depends on the matchup.
Portland versus the Giants. And Portland's taken all 3 games in the regular season against the Giants. 2 2-goal games and 1 1-goal game. But Portland's pretty much taken every statistical category. Literally everyone except for power plays. It's close, but not close. The only thing Giants have are hits over Portland. And literally the line matchup for line 1 is off by 2/10. That's it. There's not even red in that bar.
Oh, wow. These are teams Prod knows very well.
Yeah, very
You
well.
saw them all
I,
season.
I know the Giants, they're a very good team, but you compare the two, the Winterhawks are just they're the better team all the way around. I mean, Sick Tricks formed that team to just cycle, and it's devastating to pretty much every team they've come against. Now I have played their third line, and they're not the greatest, but they get in the zone, they cycle, and that was his whole game plan the whole season, and that I mean it hurts. So I'm gonna give this to the Winterhawks in 4, and I think the Winterhawks are gonna take the cup. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, they just get it in. I mean, they got 45 shots and 14 goals, so they're scoring. And they have Dank Sava, which is an amazing goalie. So
Yes, he is.
yes. He's like my nemesis. So, I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, I know that whole team pretty well. So,
just because
one thing that's really impressed me with the Winterhawks is they have a lot of prospects. And they're doing well with those prospects. I mean, their amateurs are their management. But other than Dink, they're all prospects.
And Dank's only up there just because he's a draft pick. I don't even think he got his 15 games last season, right? Like he just got that this season.
I think so.
And he's great.
So that's one thing that really impressed me is how they're doing this with prospects. And that just shows scouting and getting to know your players.
Yeah.
So hats off to Sick Trick on that.
Yeah, and his whole management squad and their quiet group too, which is another cool thing, right? Like they don't make a lot of noise, they just come in and roll.
yeah.
So what'd you guys say?
Well, he
Yeah,
said
Portland.
4.
Yep, I gave it 4.
I'm going to say 5, just because I'm that guy.
I just looked. I mean, they've ran two series so far. They've only lost one game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in it to win it. No, they went up against the Silvertips and it was 3-4. I could be wrong.
Well, you have to also remember, though, Everett it was a good team. They're probably one of the better ones out of that side, too. So it's just one of those things of the WHL. Yeah, you meet another head you're going to butt, and that's just the way it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do Portland in 5.
And that would definitely. And I would love to see Edmonton play Portland in the final. That would be just awesome.
Yeah.
So that's playoff matchups. I wanted to give a shout out to LHS Brad. Putting on that tournament last night.
It was a good tournament.
It's always fun to do those. Geez, I remember back in season 4 and 5, me and Zilla putting those on. They're a lot of fun, especially getting guys to play together and that.
And you get to meet a new group of people too, and get a little more insight out of different people, a different outlook. It's kind of neat, right?
All right. So you had the World Juniors going on right now. I haven't.
Go Sweden.
Happened to see. So Bulging Twine's doing that. That's the second season now.
Yeah.
You got the All-Star game, which is this upcoming week. You got games on the 3rd, which is Wednesday. Games on the 4th. I think I got that right.
Yeah, I think
Wednesday
so.
and Thursday are those games. You can check out the full schedule on the All-Star final rosters. It's down at the bottom. You can see that. I believe I got No Sleeves tucked into doing commentary for those games. So be on the lookout for that. I also awards committee for end of season awards is going on right now. I actually have to compile all the stats for that. Still,
still lots of work for you, buddy.
Right. What am I? Rule changes. Believe it's going into effect. I haven't seen McDonald give the final word about it though. Prospects are going up to 48 games, which is 2 seasons worth of games in the CHL before getting amateur status. The only loophole around it is if you get drafted, then you become a draft pick status. So that will be bringing a lot of stability to the CHL.
Yes, it will.
Also, prospects still won't be able to be called up. And what was the other thing? What's your guys' take on position lock?
I love it.
Because that's been in talk.
I think it's another thing that just initializes stability to our league, so you're not underselling your position. So it's a little fair for management everywhere to evaluate that player, especially if they're known, right? Like you see a guy sign up a goalie that you know is the killer center. Well, yeah, you're still going to bid on him, hoping he's still going to play center, maybe, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it'll cut that out completely. Because if you're going to draft a forward, he's going to be a forward. If you're going to draft a D man, he's going to be a D man, and it's just going to bring stability.
Yeah,
I'm so
It's
excited.
also going to cause
Oh.
your better players to be forced to go up.
Yes, that too.
Yeah,
Because
it
then
helps
they
with
can
trades
hide
too. Because I know we went through some trades where we needed a goalie, so we traded for a goalie. We get him, and he's like, "Well, I'm a right wing. I was told I was going to play right wing." And it's like, "Well, all right." So,
See,
Yeah.
right there. First season management mistake.
yeah.
Because a seasoned management person would have looked up that player's stats before making that trade to see where they have been playing.
Well, see, here's where that went wrong. He did play goalie in previous seasons. He played like 3 or 4 games as a right wing. We get him. That's what he wants to play now. So,
Yeah, nothing you can do there.
Somebody ended up back on the trade block.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's some new stuff that's going on. Hats off to Bulging Twine. He did a
Yes,
great
indeed.
job with TC development this season. He definitely did a lot of those games.
All the red versus blue games every day. I loved it.
Every day.
And my TCs did too. They loved it.
Make sure, if you haven't already, sign up for season 7. Make sure we get those numbers in right away. That way the league can adjust what they need to. Just go to either How Do I on the page, or you can go to forums and look under LG league signups. How do I also shows you how to sign up for the league. Get buddies. You see somebody good and drop in. Ask them if they're an LG. They say, "What's LG?" Send them a link. Try to explain it to them. Could be the next superstar in the CHL. Also, if you see a guy in another league that hasn't signed up for LG, get him to sign up. More the league grows, the more expansion we can do. Next thing on the checklist is a ECHL.
Yes. Someone weak
is the next expansion. Yeah. No.
No,
ECHL
they'd be above us. Yeah.
Right. So you guys can complain about
Another
ECHL.
another person stealing from us. That's what I
Instead
said. That's
So-
okay. That's good. We want more expansion, more room for players.
Exactly. But like I said, need numbers.
Yes.
Need prospects.
Also won't leave you with only like what 7 TCs. I don't know what the going rate is this season.
It pretty much it was the same as last year out the gate, and then it got better throughout the year as they started getting the RAs through. But
right, so you're averaging around, I'd say 35 a roster.
Yeah, 35, 40-man roster if you're really working at your TC depth, but
Right.
most people try to get rid of their TCs. You know why?
Right.
I don't.
They can be a thorn in your side, and they can be your lifesaver.
Yes, they can.
Also, I will be putting up for season 7 management team. You don't need experience, just a good personality. Where do I want to go with this? Just a positive attitude. We're looking to expand media some more. Also, if you're interested in management, start out as an AGM. Learn things, and then work to being an owner. Management's a pain in the butt sometimes, but you meet a lot of cool people. You learn a lot more things about the league. It makes seasons feel like years, but
Absolutely.
they're fun years. It's better than playing Be a Pro.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
So, if you have any questions about management, what it entitles, check with your seasoned management people. Also, you can message any of the blogs. Rock and Peanut Butter and Virus, I'd say did a great job for the CHL.
Oh yes, it was a much cleaner year for that end
cleaner,
of things.
Smoother.
Oh yeah.
So hats off to those guys. I'd say they did a great job.
Yes.
This season. But I will be back next week to talk round 4. Jesus, and that's 2 away from season being over. We'll talk those matchups as those guys are finally moving into playing other conferences. So from Hitman at Heart and Prodigy, this is Branko 55 signing off.
See ya.